Hey everybody. Let me know if you can't hear me. I'm just setting up. Good morning. I've recently awakened from my slumber. Hey Slacks. Welcome back. Once again, it is early morning. Let's see, it is 6:50 a.m. Yeah, I think I slept well. I slept well. It's not the sleeping part that's hard, it's the waking up part. Alright, what am I going to do today? I have some ideas. First, let's do this. This kind of hurts me, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. Let's remove the leaderboard stuff. So first we'll delete this. And then we'll delete this. And then yep. I think that's in here. Yeah. It kind of hurts me to remove this. It's just, it took me so long to build it. I mean, it wasn't that long, but there was definitely effort involved. Removing it feels I don't know. It feels a little like failure. But I can't be... Hey, Phoenix, thanks. Yeah, I'll tell Jeff thanks next time I see him. Hey, Aniki. Yeah, I can't. I think I've realized I don't have the resources to maintain the server, and there just aren't that many players anyway, and the leaderboards aren't very fun or useful without lots of players. I don't think leaderboards are going to draw people in. And if the situation changes, I can always add it back. It's not like the work is gone forever. It's just removed from this branch, and I can always resurrect it from source control later if I want it. It's still there. Yeah, it's still there. It's just temporarily temporarily gone. This feels a little bit like surgery, like I'm removing a tumor. Oh, I wonder if I should do it this way. No, yeah, I should do it this way. All right, I think that's it. Let's see. Game loads. Nope. Errors. How come it's not telling me where this error is coming from? Oh, because I didn't. Up, up, up. All right, let's try that again. Options. Here we go. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. Any errors? Okay. Let's try playing a level. right. All right, and no errors. That looks like successfully removed. Well, yeah, that's fine. Well, where did that drop? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Remove the old leaderboards. Am I in the right project? It always feels not good to do that. But yeah, I think it was the right decision. If it wasn't the right decision, I can always put it back. But I think it was the right decision. So I want this change to removing all this stuff. I want these, and these. And this is something else I was working on. Leaderboards. Server is unstable. Removing feature not working out. We'll add back later if demand wants. If the people want it. Done. Oh, yeah, that's right. 3D project. I'm actually going to write or not write, but I'm preparing a YouTube video about game design documents. And I made a game design document for this new 3D project I'm working on. Actually, before I do that, let me show you this. This. Let me bring up the itch page. This is a game that I worked on with a few other people over the past week. Called Railway to the Moon. It was for a game jam, for Vim Jam 2. And I didn't do a lot with this. I did this title screen. I did the menus. We had 10 days to do it, and I just chipped in kind of towards the end to do some very light kind of visual effects and menus and a little bit of debugging help. But it's a fun little puzzle game. Where am I? Fun little puzzle game. Right? Deliver all boxes. Use WAS to move. Green is a box's favorite color. Look at that's a clue. Green. So you can move the boxes. You can slide them around. And, you know, obviously the puzzles get more difficult. Like this one. This one's actually a little more difficult. You have to get it there. Anyway, I won't spoil any more of these puzzles, but you should go check it out. It's actually a pretty fun game, and there's a fun twist towards the end. And then the puzzles get more difficult, obviously. But this was fun to work on. I haven't beaten it. I only can make it past, like, I think I got up to like puzzle 7 or 8, and then I'm like, I'm not smart enough for this game. The puzzles were designed mostly by Patrick of famous Patrick of Patrick's Parabox, and yeah, he loves puzzles. Yeah, that's the one. So the 3D game I was working on is a little flying game. And this is just a prototype. And like I said, I made a game design document for it to, I don't know, kind of like procrastinate, really. But, you know, I wanted to do something different, and I wanted to try and find a second project to work on, you know. I keep thinking I want to experiment with this idea of having 2 projects going at once, so if I get bored with one, I can switch to the other one. Just bounce back and forth, because and hopefully the projects are different enough from each other that the creative challenges and the programming challenges are different enough that it keeps me interested in them both. It's kind of, I don't know if that's going to work, because it's kind of counterintuitive to have more work to fight burnout. I'm burned out on one project, so let's have 2 projects. But yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. But working on it turned out to be true, though, because I was kind of burned out. I started this back in like April or something, and worked on it for a month basically, and then I haven't touched it since then, really. But I was kind of burned out back then, and working on this was an antidote. It was interesting. And anyway, this also helps, you know, if you have a second project going, it helps kind of fill the pipeline for when this one gets released. I can jump right onto this one, and it's not like starting from scratch. It's already kind of in progress. Anyway, so made the game design document because that was a fun thing to do. It was very creative and different than what I normally do, and then that helped me put together a little production schedule for this. And I don't know, I've run into some issues. Yeah, there's camera issue. It's going the wrong direction. But you've got, you know, it's like a little flying game. And you can come down here and shoot trees. And then you can drop bombs on things. And then there's going to be enemies shooting bullets at you like this. Something like this. But the main problem I'm having is I don't know if this type of game is actually interesting to people, for one. It's interesting to me, but I don't know if it would have much appeal. And then the perspective is unusual. I like this perspective. It gives you, I mean, it kind of lets you see a lot of stuff from an interesting angle. So there's a lot of, you know, like interesting art possibility, but it's different, you know, than what people are used to, and that's always a challenge. That was a challenge with Gravity Ace as well. Just having a side view game of a spaceship, and I mean, there's to this day there are people that don't understand why they're falling. You know, the gravity situation, and I don't know, gamers today, man. But I was pretty pleased with how this turned out in terms of the technical aspect of it. Godot, I mean, this is Godot 3, and working in 3D with Godot 3 is kind of annoying. That's the other thing. I don't know if 3D is really my forte. I do like it, and I like that you can do animations and stuff like this and not have to draw everything over and over again. You get kind of a lot of stuff for free, you know, the camera and the perspective and the, you know, I didn't have to draw all those frames of animation for this thing flipping over, which is nice. But the 3D workflow is not as nice. UV mapping, you know, I didn't do any of that with this, but I've done it with other projects before, and it's tedious and boring. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to do a big, and actually this wouldn't even be that big of a 3D project, but I don't know if I want to do a game, full game in 3D. I don't know. I haven't decided. Anyway, lots of things. Some of them are technical, some of them are design things, some of them are existential, I guess, philosophical. It is fun to do, though. Look at that. Oh. So this is one of the problems, right? Is like, from this perspective, you want to see the bomb hitting the ground, right? People want to drop a bomb. They want to see it hit the target. But because of this perspective, it's almost off the screen before the bomb hits. And then solving that involves either changing the camera angle so it's effectively less 3D, it's more 2D. And in that situation, you're like, why am I even doing 3D? Or doing some weird stuff with the camera, or making the bombs fall faster. You know, there's just lots of little compromises that are annoying. anyway, that's that project. Oh, you think that would work on an iPad, huh? Maybe. Yeah, actually, I could see that. I don't know. I kind of want to stay away from the whole mobile market. I don't know. Multiplayer, maybe. Deathmatch mode. And local multiplayer is one thing I want to add to Gravity Ace, actually. It kind of has it right now because all the controls are active. You can plug in 2 controllers, and they can both fly the plane or fly the ship. So you could cooperate and have one person aim and shoot, and the other person fly around. But I want to add a proper competitive multiplayer where you're it's more like a deathmatch. Kind of a small arena, 2 people flying around. Maybe more, maybe up to 4 people flying around trying to shoot each other. Just as a secondary mode for the game. That might be fun. Hey, Versile. Welcome. Is there a good place to learn Godot? I guess the problem is there are many places that you can learn Godot. I wouldn't say there's just one place, but if you're just starting out, the place I would recommend starting is godotengine.org and learn and just start going through these tutorials. There's a ton of them here, and this one basically shows you a whole 2D game. This one shows you a 3D game. And you can kind of just work your way through all this stuff as you want to. Yeah, there's this one. This step-by-step getting started is I think it's a whole 2D game that's being built. It's introduction to the editor, scenes and nodes. I see this question a lot, actually, and I don't know if it's maybe just lack of awareness, but I think this getting started in these tutorials, they teach you everything you need to know, really. And then once you're beyond that, one of the things I did personally, and one of the things I like to do whenever I'm learning any kind of new API, whether it's a game engine or payment processing or whatever, is I read everything in the API reference. I just read the whole thing. Because you'll just looking at this, you'll go, oh, look, there's audio effect filters. Oh, cool, there's a spectrum analyzer, neat. Back buffer copy, what's that? Oh, interesting. I don't know when I would use that, but now I know it's there, And then later, when you need something, you'll go, oh, didn't I see something like that before? And then you can go and see that it's there, and you don't have to spend a lot of time reinventing the wheel. But yeah, start with these. Oh yeah, the built-in docs are actually really great too. It's like when you're in the editor, right? You can double click on something, Control H, boom. And this is just the same documentation that's on the website, but it's handy that it's here. And you can search and input, right? Learn all about input. Accelerometer, right? So this would work on your phone. But if you're just starting out, do that getting started. That'll teach you all the concepts you need to know. And don't feel bad if you don't get it. If you try a game engine and it's hard, or you're having trouble understanding some concepts, or you just don't like the way it feels, then try a different one. It's fine. I actually recommend you try a bunch of different game engines and go through their getting started tutorials with all of them. Until you find one you like. You might get lucky, and the first one you try, you'll really like it. That's fine. Stick with that one. There's no reason to keep trying other ones if you like the one that you're using. But if you aren't sure, then try another one. Because they all do things slightly differently. They all have slightly different concepts and slightly different philosophies for how they approach game development. And it's better in the long run to find one that works the way you work than to try and find something perfect, or that tries to meet some kind of extrinsic criteria for goodness. Unless you're trying to get a job as an Unreal developer, in which case you have to learn Unreal. Or you're trying to get a job as a Unity developer, in which case you must know Unity. In those cases, you don't have any choice. Go get Unity or Unreal and learn those. But if you're not, and you have some freedom, then just try all of them and find one that works for you. Look at this terrible prototype code. Yeah, I don't know. It took me like 2-3 weeks of here and there working on it time. I probably put less than 20 hours in. And in that time, I came to the conclusion, I'm not sure if this is the project I want to do. So I put it down. I do have other ideas, and I think, I don't know. I'm just kind of torn, I guess, between going 3D for my second project or 2D. I think, now that I'm talking about it, I realize now is the time I need to start another prototype and see if that one takes. It's kind of the same advice I just gave you about trying game engines. I need to make a lot of prototypes too, and I've made 3 or 4 so far in the past 6 or 7 months, and none of them have really, tickled me enough to continue with them. Ideally, I'd like my second project to be small enough that I can complete it very quickly, and simple enough that it's not too technical, and it's got to be fun, though. Just finding the right project is going to be hard. $2 2D top-down hockey game. That could be fun. Simple 3D game iPad. Okay, I know where your vote is. Game jams. Yeah, kinda. I have mixed feelings about game jams. I think you should do game jams, but I also have decided game jams are not for me. They stress me out. Even this past one where I barely did anything and there was a team and everybody else did 99% of the work, it still stressed me out. Yeah, minimalistic graphics, a couple of different enemies. Endless stage. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, perhaps. I suppose I could enter game jams and not worry about the deadline or actually turning anything in. Just try it. That takes the stress away. This was another prototype I did. It's a chicken knife. It's a chicken. And he's got a knife. This was just me experimenting with platformer mechanics. And, you know, he's a chicken, so he has a triple jump. 1, 2, 3. Can't quite fly, but he can flap, so that gives him that third jump. Anyway, this was fun to experiment with. But I don't think I want to make a platformer. The concept just makes me laugh, though. I was thinking of doing maybe a city builder type thing. Who was that? Snoopy. Thank you, buddy. I was thinking maybe some kind of city builder would be fun. But like a 2D one in an aquarium, like a fish aquarium. It'd be part city builder, part Tamagotchi. I don't know. And I've got a bunch of other ideas. I just need to pick one and make it and see how it feels. Yeah, maybe I'll do that next week. So, like I said, I'm going to record this soon, post it on YouTube, what I learned from creating a game design document. So look for that in a couple of days, maybe this weekend. Man, removing that leaderboard stuff kind of bummed me out. It's fine. It was the right decision. All right. This needs sound effects, which I started working on, but I'm not going to show that because working on sound effects is super boring. It's boring to watch. It's kind of boring to do. You're just pushing play over and over and over again. Maybe I could try this. Or maybe this. The idea here is that you would be able to, in the level editor, say, this level is going to scroll the camera. And if you fall behind, you die, right? Like the camera is going to be moving. So it forces you to move. I don't know if there's a better way to do that. I mean, there might be a better way to do that. I know of other ways to do that. One way would be to have something gigantic chasing you, right? And that's kind of what this independent scrolling does. Forces you to move in a certain direction. So I could have, because if the camera just scrolls independently of the ship, right, and it's just moving a certain direction, then yeah, it would force you to move that way, but the reason that you're being forced to move that way is unclear. But if you have something chasing you, then you have the exact same mechanic, but it's clear. And it's also clear why you would die if you went off the screen. Because the thing got you. So I think I would need... And the thing is, if you have something chasing you, you don't need to actually scroll the camera. The player will take care of that hit themselves by just getting away from that thing. I don't know. I'm not going to do that one right now because I still have some questions in my own mind about how that would work. This I don't know if I want to do. Oh, well. This I don't know if I want to do. The idea I had was... Let's get into the level editor. The idea I had was that if you... See, this guy's attached to this. He's touching it, right? And if you move this, he doesn't move. And the idea was that they would both move together. And the only way to do that now is to select them both. Right? And that's fine, but it's difficult if there's, you know, one over here, and there's one over here, and you've got, you know, little dudes like this everywhere. Right, now selecting just these is almost impossible. Oh, look, I did it. Okay, so it's not impossible, but it's hard. It's harder. And it'd be nicer if you could just say, let me grab this, and these automatically move with it because they're touching it. And then that creates a new edge case too, where what if you want to move this thing, but you don't want to move this? What if you do want to do that sometimes? How would you do it? So I would need a hotkey for moving this thing. And if you're holding the hotkey, then it does that. Or the modifier key. Like a control click would do this, but a regular click would do this. That would work. Yeah, that would work actually. And then I could use the same code I have for doing this. So when you click a wall, or modifier key, click a wall, it would effectively box select everything that's it's touching. I don't think that would be a... Oh, man. Yeah, kind of like alt-click. Groups and Illustrator like isolation. I don't use Illustrator. What is isolation mode? Was it what I just described? Did I just reinvent Adobe Illustrator? Interesting. Okay. Try making nuggets out of this chicken. Oh, maybe I should make chicken knife. You guys seem to like Chicken Attack. Killer chicken. Chicken nuggets. Yeah, City Builder is definitely not a small project. But, and yet, I have seen small-ish building games, you know, like little building. Maybe they're not city builders. They're like more like object placement games, and usually puzzly, right? I don't know. I'll have to think about it some more, and then we'll see. Let's work on this because I think I can do this quickly. So I need to find where I'm clicking a wall. Find object touching mouse, closest wall. What is this? Why am I asking you guys? If I don't know what it is, how would you guys know? Brush shapes. What does it do? Oh, it's... God, it must be too early in the morning because I have no idea what this is supposed to be doing. Left click, control. What? Let's just try it. Let me try it, see what happens. Nothing. It rotates all the points. It iterates through all the points. And rotates all the points of the polygon. I have no idea what that's doing. It's not... It's fine. Drag, rotate, delete, multi-select, random brush, undo, redo, raise, lower, select object. Select object. Alright, so I could put it in here if the object you're selecting is a wall. Yeah, because this says select one object, right? And then if it is one object, then I could copy, I could do something like this instead, select everything it's touching. That would be actually pretty simple, I think. I'd have to do something kind of similar to this to see everything it's touching. But yeah, let's try that. So, okay. If selected objects, that size equals 1, and is wall. How do I tell if something is a wall? Wall? There is a function is wall. I thought there was. Is wall. Okay, so if you've selected one object and it's a wall, then do I need to do a physics query to see everything the wall is touching? Maybe. Multiplayer chicken deathmatch. Multiplayer chicken puzzle city builder. Hey, Mr. Jesterborn. 5 p.m. Good afternoon to you. The typing thing is in the asset lib. It's called Ridiculous Coding. Install that. Yeah, so I think I do need to do this, and this would be a polygon, no, a collision shape, collision polygon 2D. And the shape polygon will equal the will equal the wall polygon. And then I do a physics query with this shape. And I transform this to the selected objects 0 dot position, and do the intersection. I don't have a space state here. I need these guys. Do the intersection. And then if those objects are collidable. Oh, if it's not already selected and it's editable, an editable object, then add it. Okay. And then this isn't quite, I think I need to move this up one. because I don't want this to be all recursive and gross. If is wall object if object, then do if is wall object, then do something special. Otherwise, do this. And then something special will be this nonsense. And then select like that. And this should be in a function. And the function will be get all objects touching wall. Like that. There. And now I just need to write that function. Get all objects touching wall. Because we're not doing a box select technically, and then return select objects. So if it found something to intersect with, it'll return that array of objects. Otherwise it just returns an empty array. And I've named this function in a way whoops. There. I've named this function in a way that I don't need any comments here. It's self-explanatory, I think, I hope. If it's a wall, then get all the objects touching the wall and select all of those objects. And that function get objects touching the wall does a 2D shape query with the shape of the wall to see what it's intersecting. Which should include the wall. All right, let's try it. I'm gonna delete you. No, yeah, I'm gonna delete you. So if I click this, right, it's not a wall. That still works. If I do this, that still works. Whoa, all right. Get index, invalid set index polygon with value of type null. Why is this shape null? Oh, dot. Wall. Shape. I want shape. Where are its points? Am I going crazy? Oh, maybe what? Collision polygon. I want, yeah, okay. Does this not have points somewhere? Oh, there it is. Okay, so I want shape. Find shape dot polygon. Every wall has a shape. Well, it's not working. Not working at all. Is it even getting in here? Yeah. And then, is this even selecting anything? Select objects is nothing. So I get the space, create a collision polygon. The collision shapes polygon equals this polygon. I set the shape for the physics query. Collide with area is true. Transform 2D. I move this to the wall position. I wonder if that's right. This wall position may be wrong, because I don't know what the origin of the shape query is. But then it tries to intersect. That should work. Just this query is not returning anything, because it skipped over this entirely. So this code's all okay. I think maybe this wall position's wrong, or maybe this is wrong. Let me see. Shape. Polygon. No, that's okay. And these coordinates are all relative. Yeah, these coordinates are all relative to the position of the shape. Which is wall position. So that should be okay. Why isn't that working? Oh, maybe these errors are a clue. Let's see. Errors. There they are. P shape is null. P shape is null is true. Set shape. Not resource ID is valid. So some resource ID isn't valid. There's no shape. Shape is null. What is going on with the shape? Click. Shape is a collision polygon 2D. Its polygon has an array vector size, a pool vector 2 array of size 0. Continue. Create the query. Set the shape. Let's clear these errors real quick. Set the shape, right? And that failed. P shape is null. P shape is null. Let's do this. Let's see if we're actually getting the right object. Points. Yeah, they're there. Okay. Shape.polygon. Oh, this time I didn't get the error. There it is. P shape null is true. I don't know what that means. Shape is null is true. Owner add shape. Oh. What? I think it's because this can't be a collision polygon. It has to be a shape. I think I've got the wrong type of object. Shape 2D. Dot new. But there are other this is what I want. One of these. I want concave polygon shape 2D. I had the wrong type of object. Concave polygon shape 2D. And then shape dot. Made out of segments, optimal for complex polygonal concave collisions. Segments. Array of points that may, okay. Shape.segments. Let's see if this works. No error. Hey! That one doesn't work. That one doesn't work. This one works. This one works. This one does not work. Why doesn't this one work? That's kind of what I want, though. Let's see, if we put that there, that there. Look at that. If I put this guy there. Nope. There we go. Okay, okay. Let's see if I put a guy here. Look at that. Oh, it doesn't rotate. Dang it. There's always something else. Man, rotation would be hard. The feature's not complete without rotation, though. Do I want to do this feature if I have to do the rotation stuff? You know what? Screw rotation for now. Howdy, Grusset. Thanks for joining. How you doing? So that one works. Does this work? Oh. So weird. It only works for this one wall? Okay. And there's a bug here in my selection. If object, if yeah, this is what I want. If object, then select it. If it's a wall, then do this. Do a secondary selection. Yeah. Only this one works? Are you joking? Any errors? Yep. Yep. What triggers that? Len mod 2 is true. Len mod 2 is true. Len mod 2. It's got an odd number of points. There's something about segments and polygon that are not the same. So shape has a polygon. This polygon 2D. So let me look that up. So polygon 2D has this polygon, which is a list of vertices. A list of vertices. And the concave polygon shape 2D has a segments, which is a line segments, array of points that make up line segments. So you can't have a line segment always has a beginning and an end. So there has to be an even number of points. Otherwise, you're going to have a dangling line segment at the end. So Yeah. So a polygon 2D's vertices is not the same as line segments. So the I guess in a concave polygon shape, the first point is point 0 even is the beginning of the line, and point 1 odd is the end of the line. And then it goes from 1 to 2, and then 2 to 3. No. Because if you did that, you could have an odd number of points. It must be 0 to 1 is the first segment. Then 2 to 3 is the second segment. So I need some kind of function that converts a list of vertices into a line segments instead. Convex. Oops. Convex. Poly. Convex. I could use a convex instead. Why did I think I needed to use concave? Let's try that. Let's click on a few things first, see if the errors go away. Convex has a points array, not a segments array. Click, 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 click. Move, move. Ha 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 ha. All right. Let's do that. Ooh, so close. Oh no, actually that worked. That worked. Because this guy is selecting everything touching him, which doesn't include these. And he's touching everything, so this will move everything except these two. Yep. Okay. I think this is working. And no errors. It works. So now I just need that hotkey. So this will be in here somewhere. If mode equals mode select, if isWall object and input dot is key pressed. Key alt. So what this will do is should allow me to move that and move that and move that. But if I'm holding the Alt key, then it does that. So I can oh, yeah, so that, right? And then if I hold Alt, it does that. Alt does that. I wonder if it should do a secondary select of any walls that it's touching as well. I think so. Objects touching wall should be kind of recursive. So if it's not already in this array, then that gets tricky. I'd need to pass in the objects. This will do. This will do for now. So, yes. Let's load an actual level. So here's the situation, right? I've got this wall. I've got all these guys. Oh, fuck. Oh, excuse me. Didn't work. Oh, because I'm not pushing Alt. Alt. Look at that. Are those actually touching? I don't feel like they're touching. There's some, the collision shape might be off a little bit. Let's try moving this guy. Yeah, that's interesting. I think the collision shape might be off just a bit. Uh-huh. I think it's mostly working. Yeah, and I think that's good enough. Ooh, takes a long time. Doing that extra physics query can be slow. So there's an optimization problem here. See, this is why I don't like adding new features. Because it was pretty easy to add, but there's just all this. Oh, I see what it's doing. See, because look, it even selected inside here. So there's something wrong with the shape. I think it's including all of this hollow space in the collision query. So maybe it does need to be convex. It's hard for me to debug this because I can't see the actual shape that it's generating. But my feeling is that it's generating a shape that is incorrect, basically. And so it's selecting too much. Yeah, and it's selecting all this hollow space inside here. But look, it didn't select these. So it's like the shape includes this area, but not this area. Just a little strange. It's like, oh, it's like it closed it right here. Yeah, that's what it did. It took this shape, which I selected, and then it closed it right here. And so it selected everything inside of that hollow space, which is why it missed these, right? Because this line here looks like it would just miss those, and it missed everything below that line down here. But it got this because it's in there. And these. So it's selecting too much. There's something wrong with the collision shape that I'm generating. There might be a better way to do this. I could do something where, like, whenever you place an object, it knows what wall it is closest to, and then just sort of registers itself as touching. And then each wall could maintain a list of objects that it's touching, and I just use that for the selection. And then, so every time an object moves, it would re-register with the nearest closest wall. Every time the object moves, every time a wall moves. Every time a wall moves or changes shape, it would have to iterate its list of touching objects. See, that could also be a performance issue. Because walls change shape all the time. And this drawing, see, this is just a wall changing shape many times per second. And if it had many things touching it, then each one of these dabs on this stroke would be slower. So that might not work. Anyway, there's a bug there. So, fix me. Get all objects touching wall does not work. The shape, the collision shape, is wrong. Maybe not a convex polygon shape 2D, or maybe shape dot points isn't quite the same as dot polygon. I think that's true, probably. Because dot polygon doesn't actually have to be closed. It closes itself, but shape points might have to be. And there might be a performance issue with selecting something that is touching too many things. All right, I'm going to leave it right there for now. But I am going to go ahead and commit it because, you know, it mostly works. It mostly works. And look at it, it's just a few lines of code. It actually did turn out to be pretty easy to get 85% of the way there. Position. Get rid of you. Move objects touching wall when the wall moves in level editor. All right. I think that's going to do it, guys, for today anyway. Thanks for joining me for another good morning stream. I don't know when I'm going to stream again. Maybe, what is it, Wednesday? I've been trying to work up the stamina to do Mondays and Thursdays, but today's Wednesday. I obviously missed Monday. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow. Maybe Wednesday and Friday this week. Maybe Wednesday and Saturday. I'll see you guys again this week. And also, I'm gonna post that YouTube video about game design documents. So if you didn't, look for that. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I guess in the meantime, thanks for dropping in, everybody. Good morning, good evening, whatever time it is where you are. And I hope you have a great rest of your life. Have a good day, everybody. Go check out gravityace.com. Click on all the things. And I will see you guys soon. Thanks, everybody.